For the final time this season, Crystal Palace emerge into the Selhurst Park sunshine. A final run out before the final itself. The Conference League on the horizon and a chance to secure major European silverware. But first, one of English football's great traditions, a guard of honour for the champions. A triumphant Arsenal, basking in their great moments of triumph. Mikel Arteta has finally reached the mountaintop, able to end 22 years of hurt after all those oh-so-nears. Champions League final awaits, but for now, a chance to revel in the moment. 90 minutes from laying their hands on the Premier League trophy once more. They arrive at a Crystal Palace side seeking celebrations of their own. For the hosts, there is one final hurdle to overcome, a European final. First in the club's history, and a chance for the FA Cup winners to add another glittering piece of silverware to a growing trophy cabinet. Led out at Selhurst Park today for the final time by surely Palace's greatest manager. Oliver Glasner has helped the Eagles soar to new heights. How dearly he will be missed in South London, but how fondly his time at the helm will be remembered. These players, this manager, rendered themselves immortal in the Wembley sunshine a year ago. On Wednesday they can ascend further as champions of Europe at Selhurst Park. As the final day of the Premier League season, always overflowing with anticipation and emotion. Mood here is jubilant in the summer sunshine. Crystal Palace taking on champions Arsenal as the curtain falls on another thriller. Here comes Gabriel Jesus early on, chance to slot it home off the woodwork, and now Madueke kept out by Henderson. Big chance for the champions early on. A long ball through, and outfoxed Jefferson Lerma, and Gabriel Jesus, who loves scoring against Crystal Palace, scored a brace here last season before a hat-trick to chest it down to Kamada. Instead he's found the feet of Madueke, who slips it through. The flag stays down, and it's Gabriel Jesus, denied by Henderson. Another big chance comes and goes. Comfortably onside. Jesus had the option to square it across to Martinelli. Instead, tried to dink over the advancing Dean Henderson. And a strong, outstretched arm kept it out. Hughes spreads it across to Cardines. Cardines whips it in, and it's nodded goalwards, and it's kept out. Wonderful stop from Kepa Arrizabalaga, and Daniel Munoz isn't quite sure. No, he hasn't scored. A diving header. What a save it is too. Munoz could do no more. Plenty of power, the placement. Now Madueke, that's inviting. Nodded down and narrowly wide. Gabriel Jesus, who might have had a hat-trick in these opening 22 minutes. Still hasn't found a way to inscribe his name on the score sheet. Not a bad chance. Free header at the far post. Had to test it. It's a fine ball from Dauman. Martinelli. And here is Jesus! And this time he finds it! Arsenal's title party up and running. The jubilant away end grows louder still, and Gabriel Jesus puts Palace to the sword once more. The champions lead in South London, and the Brazilian centre-forward time and again has missed his mark. This time, with the help of a deflection off Nathaniel Klein, he finds the corner. Left Dean Henderson with no chance whatsoever. Had to try to change direction, the Palace goalkeeper, but the ball was past him in a flash. And it is Palace 0, Arsenal 1. Whipped in by Martinelli, far post this time, nodded back across goal and struck into the bottom corner. And Arsenal have their second. Flying out of the blocks in the second half, and Noni Madueke celebrates his World Cup call-up by picking out the bottom corner. Leads the chance in front of the away end. The champions double their advantage. Crystal Palace 0, Arsenal 2. Noni Madueke with the second. And the Gunners have a bit of breathing room now. And it is just as those travelling fans were chanting before the corner kick was taken. Set piece again, ole ole. Nodded back across by the newly introduced Kai Havertz, who earns the assist. And it is a fine finish from Madueke, volleying into that bottom corner. Forced it through a cluster of bodies, nothing that Dean Henderson could do, saw it so late. Mikel Arteta celebrates once more. Cardines again. Fabulous first touch to skip inside. Kai Havertz back there defending. Cardines may get a second opportunity. Has Wharton with him. Picks out Pino, flag stays down. Strand Larsen lifts it over the top. Onside. Trademark Adam Wharton pass into the feet of Pino, did well to bring it under control. And Strand Larsen unable to work as Riza Balaga. Martinelli now. Some ball to the far post. It may drop kindly here for Havertz. And it's turned over the top. What an opportunity for Mikel Merino. Didn't have too much time to think about it. Just had to prod it goalwards. Henderson left with no chance at all. Too much on it. Mitchell. Whipped in towards Nketiah! There's one back. No clean sheet for Arsenal in their title parade. Jean-Philippe Nketiah on the score sheet at Selhurst Park once more. A towering header. Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 2, with just a few moments remaining. Will do him the world of good heading into the Conference League final. Really clever finish, too strong for his marker. Managed to stay onside and beat Kepa with a powerful header into the back of the net. Oliver Glasner enjoyed it. Hughes. Driving forwards, picks out Pino. Pino, infield, strikes! Pino! What a send-off for Oliver Glasner at Selhurst Park! Palace strike twice in 2 minutes, right at the death. From 2-0 down, back to parity. Yeremy Pino has his first goal at home for Crystal Palace, but the assistant referee seems to have intervened here. Pino strikes once, then twice. Well, has it been ruled out for offside? Came off Evan Gesson last. that deflection means the goal won't stand, and Arsenal are mightily relieved. Well, how unfortunate can Yeremy Pino get? Scored in Europe in the semi-final, denied by the tightest of offside calls, and there, a wonderful finish. The slightest of nicks off Evan Gessel, and once again it won't stand. Here comes Gyökeres once more. Jefferson Lerma across, but Gyökeres gets there, pulled across. Eze! How about that? Dean Henderson. Another stunning stop. And so the curtain comes down on Oliver Glasner's Selhurst Park reign. Goals galore, twists, turns, drama. The only thing lacking for a fitting finale were some Crystal Palace points. But Arsenal, basking in the South London sunshine, can begin the party once and for all. One eye on the Champions League final still to come, but Mikel Arteta has guided them to the very top. Campaign. It finishes Crystal Palace 1, Champions Arsenal 2.